Hello, hello. Welcome back to Moonlit Path Tarot. So today we're just going to do a quick energy check-in, see what's going on. I don't know if we're going to do past, present, future yet, but let's just get started and we'll see. All right, Spirit. So for the collective, please tell me a little bit about their current energy right now, what they need to know. Tell me about the collective's current energy. Okay. Seven of Swords, Justice. So air and Libra. So Seven of Swords, let's see. You might be wanting justice for somebody who was a liar, somebody who was a manipulator, somebody who deceived you or wasn't being honest or just didn't have good intentions. Let's see. Or if this is a legal situation, you may be getting justice. Let's see. Tell me more about the collective's current energy. Okay, well, somebody from the past for sure. Let's see. Tell me more about the collective's current energy. No, that's a little bit too many. Just one, please. Collective, thank you. Well, okay, fine, we'll do two. Three. Okay, Two of Swords, bottom of the deck. Okay, so it looks like this is somebody from the past that you were dealing with. It looks like whoever this was, you had good communication, but you ultimately, excuse me, cut them out of your life or used your sort of truth to cut away anybody's toxic negativity. And it looks like you were rushing towards success. But this is also haste. So not things being decided upon too quickly, but when something is decided upon, quickly rushing towards it. It's also rushing towards success. So you might have left somebody from the past and now you're rushing towards something better for the future. And then bottom of the deck, Two of Swords talks about like a stalemate, needing to make a decision or balancing your logic with your heart so that you can use both to make some sort of decision or gain some sort of insight or clarity. Let's see. Tell me a little bit about the collective's recent past. Recent past. The collective's recent past, please. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, typically I don't read reversals, but just the way that I'm seeing this right now, especially because this talks about somebody that you think didn't have good intentions for you or lied to you or manipulated you or tried to screw you over or just wasn't a very nice person. It looks like the recent past, we have Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers, so Earth and Gemini. So this could be you wanting a new beginning or you wanting an offer or stability or security with somebody you considered a divine counterpart or a twin flame. But it looks like bottom of the deck, High Priestess, you just intuitively knew that they weren't it or they weren't doing the right thing with the Seven of Swords energy. And you're wanting some form of justice for this because of what you had to go through with this person. So I'm just reading this as a person right now. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit your situation, don't force it to fit, obviously. But, you know, only you know best about your own situation. So tell me a little bit more about the collective's current energy. What do we need to know? Okay. 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 So it looks like, Ace of Wands, the Strength, Seven of Cups. So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, so it looks like for your current energy, you're wanting another, aces are always about new beginnings, but the Ace of Wands specifically is about like, it's kind of like the High Priestess, right? It's like secrets of the universe. It's like the spark of creativity, the spark of innovation. It's like a new idea, especially within business, right? Or just within something you want to get off the ground. Strength, obviously you're remaining strong through this energy if this is in your current energy. And then the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, I typically don't read reversals, but it did come out reversed. So maybe you're not liking where you're currently living or what your current home situation is, but it looks like like I said, I don't read reversals all the time and I'm not being intuitively told to keep this flip. So I'm being told to see it both ways. So staying strong, having a new idea, maybe not quite liking the place you're in, like the home situation or your living environment or even your finances. But it looks like you're gonna have a lot of options, bottom of the deck. And it looks like whatever they are, you're working very hard towards them, because this talks about honing your skills, honing your craft, but it also talks about putting a lot of effort into something. So you might be in this energy right now of a little bit of confusion, not knowing which direction to head in, but ultimately you do have options. And it looks like these options are gonna lead you to this Queen of Pentacles, which is somebody who's self-made. It's somebody who's wealthy, somebody who's stable and grounded, somebody who can make a house a home, somebody who, is just, like I said, very stable and grounded. You might be a single parent. You don't have to be. That won't be for everybody. Tell me a little bit more. Page of Swords, bottom of the deck. So a messenger of some kind, somebody wanting to know more about you or learn something about you. Let's see. Tell me about the collectives. I didn't ask anything yet. I don't want to. I'm seeing a single energy though, abundance. So tell me a little bit more about the collective's current situation. The Tower. Okay, well, okay. Cool. All right, so 8 of Swords, bottom of the deck. So the Tower talks about change. It's forced, uncomfortable change. It's things falling apart, crumbling. It's like getting you off the path you were currently on, or the trajectory of the destination you were going, and putting you on a whole new course, getting you to where you're supposed to be in life. Because ultimately you can't build a home on unstable or shaky ground, right? It'll all come down eventually. And then the Magician and the Four of Wands. So the way I said this talks about forced change and getting you on a trajectory of where you're supposed to be and where you're meant to be. With this person or this thing or this situation from the past, it wasn't meant to be. So it looks like you're using the Magician is about manifesting your desires into reality and having all the tools you need to do it, right? And then 8 of Swords, bottom of the deck, is maybe kind of like getting in your own way a little bit, or a feeling of being stuck, and like with the 7 of Cups, not quite knowing which direction to choose. And 8 of Swords isn't like, it's not an illusion, right? It is, and it's not at the same time. It is in the sense that she's holding herself back, nobody's holding her there, but it's not at the same time, because it's a valid feeling, right? To feel like you're stuck and like you don't know where to go or which direction to choose or what you should be doing, right? And even if you do know what it is, sometimes it's hard to get that moving. And it's not like it's a feeling that just comes out of nowhere, right? We all have reasons to feel the way we do. And it's a valid feeling, because clearly this thing didn't work out from the past. So you may be kind of like, well, what's for me next? What am I supposed to be doing? Stuff like that, right? So right now it looks like in your current energy, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you're manifesting your desires into reality. You're manifesting all of your wants into this reality, this 3D reality. And it talks about having all the tools you need to do it, which will lead to celebration, marriage, meeting your twin flame. 4 of Wands, 1111, which is a twin flame card. So you got 2 twin flame cards in the same short reading. It could just be buying a home, things like finding your soul tribe, things like that. So leaving this thing from the past felt like a Tower moment, and it probably didn't feel very good. And it probably, 8 of Swords, it's like causing you to feel a little bit stuck or a little bit like, I don't know what to do, right? But I'm just intuitively getting you are doing what you're supposed to be doing currently. So please, let's talk about the collective for the future in the next, let's go 1 to 6 months. Let's go 1 to 6 months. Okay, that's a nice card. What else? 1 to 6 months for the collective. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so right now it looks like you might be in hermit mode, which is Virgo, but the next 1 to 6 months, the 7 of Wands talks about remaining balanced, remaining centered, not letting outside influences affect your destination of where you want to get to, or your opinions of yourself, right? Always it's good to take valid criticism, but don't let, the opinions of other people shape who you are as a person. You know yourself. So this is about remaining balanced. This is my Immovable Mountains card. This is having firm boundaries and sticking to them. And then the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, talks about slow and steady progress, expansion, building, growth, right? So you're growing, it's growth, but it's slow and steady progress. It's not something that'll come as quickly as it can go, right? This is something you're building, something you're working very hard at and putting a lot of effort into, and it's something that's going to be worthwhile because it is slow and steady progress. So what else can the collective expect for the next 1 to 6 months? Okay, cool. So it looks like right now, 3 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Hangman, Pisces, and 9 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So right now for the next 1 to 6 months, you're looking ahead to the future. You are seeing a different, I wanted to say perspective, but I was about to say reality. So in the next 1 to 6 months, that wasn't a coincidence, right? This is an intentional pause. It's gaining a different perspective. But I wanted to say you're going to be seeing a different reality. So it looks like in the next 1 to 6 months, your reality is going to look a lot different, especially with this 9 of Wands. You're kind of in this, can I trust it? I'm side-eyeing you, but I'm not completely closed off. So just keep your heart open. Don't close anything off, especially not, you know, meeting new people or relationships or connections, because when you shut down your heart, you shut down money in abundance as well. So just be careful of that. So what else can the collectives expect within the next 1 to 6 months? Okay, don't like that. What about it? Wow, okay. Do like that, and I do like this. So in the next 1 to 6 months, it looks like these days of feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, feeling screwed over by people. This is like the feeling the loss, feeling the absence of somebody, right? So in the next 6 months, this feeling abandoned and feeling the loss of somebody who maybe left or who lied or deceived you or manipulated you or just wasn't good for you, that's coming to an end, because the Fool, which is Aquarius and sometimes Aries, I believe, is taking a leap of faith. It's a new beginning. So in the next 6 months, you're going to be taking a leap of faith towards some kind of new beginning, right? Something that's going to mean a lot to you, something that's really important. And then bottom of the deck, King of Pentacles. So you might be meeting a divine masculine, somebody who's wealthy, somebody who could have a dog. But this just really talks about earth energy, and it's somebody who's generous, warm, loving, kind, patient, stable, and wealthy, right? So we have Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles in the same reading. So divine masculine and divine feminine. So you might be meeting your divine counterpart. What else can the collective? Wow. Okay. I love that. That's a great place to leave this. So in the next 6 months, you can expect the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck, really. It's joy, happiness. It is getting everything you want, right? So in the next 6 months, expect your life to look a lot different than it currently does. This thing from the past, you are getting justice from it, and you are moving forward to someone or something that is much better. Even though it's slow and steady progress, your life is going to look a lot different in the next 6 months. So that's a good place to leave this. And then we will go ahead and pull some numbers and some initials. And if you don't get either significant number or initials, that's okay. This is just extra confirmation. All right, so for the numbers, we have 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. You might be seeing the angel numbers 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 70. So let's see, we might be June, Gemini, Cancer. We might be April, Aries and Taurus. March, Pisces and Aries. And February, Aqua and Pisces. Aqua and Pisces. Or the number 70 might be significant. You might be in your 30s, 23, 24, 26, 64, 63, 62, 34, 36, 32. Did I say in your 30s? Yeah. Well, yeah, in your 30s. All right, so now we will go ahead and pull some initials. All right, so for the initials we have, this one wanted to come flying out, H. Another H, N, C, W, Y, K, B, another B, V, S, P, P, another K, U, O, A, E, another Y, another C, T, J. All right, we have 2 H's, 2 K's, N, 2 B's, V, 2 C's, S, J, E, W, 2 Y's, P, U, 2 P's, O, T, A, U. All right, collective, that is where I will leave this reading for you. Feel free to check back for the next one. And as always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul.